cheaters never win. So give that thought a spin. It's Rhyme and Reason 606.
There's a rhyme and reason for your life. There's a rhyme and reason why you're...
Hey there, Tony here again. You know, when I was a kid, there was a saying, and you might even call it sort of a motto: cheaters never win and winners never cheat. And if you got caught cheating, whether it was in sports or academics or even snagging somebody's number 2 pencil, there was punishment. And even ridicule in front of the class sometimes if you're doing all this kind of stuff in school. And it's important to know that cheaters never win because they don't achieve on their own merit or skills. But for some reason, that's never stopped humans from cheating. And these days, adults do it in broad daylight, and they practically dare others to call them out on it. Have you noticed that? How did it get so bad? Because these days, there's no punishment. That's why. And certainly no shaming in public. Of course, even if a little public ridicule happens, cheaters don't care because they know most of the public won't care one way or the other. They know that. For example, just this past week, there was a man who returned to a local grocery store here in the shadow of Pikes Peak after he had just left, and he reported to a manager that someone had busted out the window of his car, and it was parked right in front of the store, right in front, during the noon hour lunchtime, broad daylight again. Okay, side note, has anyone ever seen narrow daylight? And if so, could that be used for any examples? Probably not. Anyway, of course, cheating is just like a giant video game now because adults, especially adults in so-called positions of authority, they play politics, which means to act for political or personal gain rather than from principle. They play politics in life, and they know if and when they're caught, they know there's a get-out-of-jail-free card waiting somewhere, or a new life. You know, like video games, you can have 3 lives for a quarter. It used to be that way, or whatever it is on your Game Boy or Xbox or whatever it is nowadays. You get a new life and start all over. Anyway, but the game will be over one day, and scores will be added up, and the scorekeeper won't be some other cheater or committee of cheaters. Plus, the scorekeeper won't be bribed or fooled or manipulated in any way, shape, or form, like is going on right now. All kinds of bribing, tomfoolery, and manipulation in all kinds of fraud and cheating all over America. It is a disgrace to our country. It's a huge disgrace. But that's not going to happen when everything is over, when the whole game is over one day, because the scorekeeper is the creator of the game board, and he's able to see every move you make, every breath you take. Yeah, he's watching you. So, doesn't matter if you're a worker bee in a small local business or even a so-called presidential candidate in America, you're not going to win by cheating. You're not going to win. You know, the person right now who is being accused of cheating, even if he gets into office, which it's looking a little bit more like that all the time, but, you know, I hope he doesn't. But even if he does, he doesn't win. He doesn't win because he cheated to get there. In fact, he could lose, and you could too, a lot more than a popularity contest by cheating. I know I don't have to tell you this, but maybe you know somebody you should tell. And here's a rhyme for them. Well, if you're fine with cheating, go ahead. Just know that it will find you when you're dead. There'll be a calculation that will end up to damnation, and you'll hear these words forever in your head. You don't want that. You especially don't want my words, my voice echoing around in your head. I know most people who are tuned into what I write and talk about, that's not going to be you. I know that. But there are some who tune in once in a while who maybe don't believe what we know is true, that Jesus came to earth as a human being. He's God, and he became God in the flesh. He was crucified for our sins, and he died, but he rose again on the third day, and he will never go through that again, and he will only allow us to go through it once if we love him.
You wake up on Christmas and find that the whole world's dressed in grace, a whole different place. It's only on Christmas, and no other day rings half as true. Yeah, it's ringing for you. Christmas is the one day when God became a man, when peace on earth began and ended so fast. But Christmas is the one day the hope can rise again inside the hearts of men. So why don't we make it last? Why don't we make it last? When you're living in Christmas, keeping the gift inside your heart. It's like a new start. Let me tell you that there's nothing like Christmas. Give you back what you gave away. So tell me, what do you say? Christmas is the one day when God became a man, when peace on earth began and ended so fast. But Christmas is the one day the hope can rise again inside the hearts of men. So why don't we make it last? Why don't we make it last? It's not about your riches that will leave you when you die. It's the love of the Creator that should keep your spirit high. Christmas is the one day when God became a man, when peace on earth began and ended so fast. But Christmas is the one day the hope can rise again inside the hearts of men. So why don't we make it last? Christmas is the one day when God became a man, when peace on earth began and ended so fast. But Christmas is the one day the hope can rise again inside the hearts of men. So why don't we make it last? Why don't we make it last?
That's what I recommend. Go in that direction, and you'll have Merry Christmases for eternity. And on that note, I'm going to leave you with this thought. Be sure to go to TonyFunderburk.com. Go over there to that merch tab and get yourself one of those uncool t-shirts that says life has rhyme and reason because God made you.
There's a rhyme and reason for your